Hey guys, we're finally back to working on the Gyancelot. Apologies. Anyway, I got the base now base coated. That ended up, if you saw last time, trying to brush paint it did not work out as I had originally intended. So I went in and airbrushed it with some Vallejo. The thing came out looking pretty well for base color. So today, our main goal is going to be and try something a little different. I think it will work out pretty well, and use it like a dry brushing technique to start building up the layers of color for the stone. Once that's done, we'll get the shield done, and depending on what time it is, as if it starts getting on, I do need to unfortunately go make dinner. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. The next layer, going with some Vallejo Sky Gray. Let's see what happens. But apologies for not getting on last night. Got a new desktop monitor as the one I've been using. It's been having some minor issues, and yeah, I decided to go ahead and try and keep it from totally crapping out on me, and just upgraded. So I've been looking to do for a little while. So, alright. Now I still have a fairly generous amount of paint left. Blend everything together. I'm not looking for it to be perfect. Just looking for try to catch as much highs as I can. Just build it up. Honestly, this will take probably a couple different layers to build it up, so we get nice degree of subtlety and all. Alright, once this has had a chance to dry, we'll basically do this again, albeit this time I'll add in some white to it. I think that will nicely build up the color. But once we do add that white, I think I'll do is focus more towards the center with it, as that would be more where any type of wear would occur. Yeah, you can kind of, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but you can kind of tell areas where I've gone over and where I haven't. And yeah, we'll just slowly build this up. But anyway, if you didn't catch last stream I did on Friday, I was out of town for about a week, and that was why I haven't been working on anything. Truth be told, I got this done a few days before I left. I just haven't picked it up since. Okay. Oh yeah, I think that's definitely getting some nice subtlety to it. Okay. So yeah, overall this project is coming along. Now, once we get this done, I think, well, next step, this is where I'm debating how exactly I'm going to do it, is obviously do these marble sections. That I'm still debating on. You know, how exactly, color and all that. Or if I want to do something else. Just one of those, can't have, just gotta sort of sit, think, and figure it out. Add a little more paint to my palette, as I think I've just about ran out. That, or it's starting to dry, which is catch-22 when you're dry brushing. Also, you want to, keep some degree of wet paint, but since you are trying to just catch certain details, it does make it a lot harder. I'm not gonna care too much about hitting these stones that we're going to do marble on. Those are going to get their own sheer painting done. Okay, overall, I think that looks pretty good. It's got some nice subtlety to it. Obviously, we'll come back in again. Build the color up some more. I'm just gonna do the center stone a little more in the center. Just to see if I can't bring it out. Some more. Okay. Okay. I'll set this aside. Okay. So we got that done. Obviously, I'm going to let this dry for overnight at least. Make sure. Okay. That there. Okay, so now that we've got that taken care of, we need to get the shield done. Just let me do an instruction sheet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, for some reason they did the ordering on the instruction sheet a little weird. So D1 and B1, or D11 and whatever. Okay. Also not having worked on it in a little while. Just gonna take a little bit to get back in the old habit. So hopefully we'll have this project further along next time I get on. You know, my club has a contest this coming Friday, but there is no way I'm gonna have this guy done. No way. There's still way too much to do on him, and yeah, it's just one of those things. It's not gonna be ready for that. We'll have it ready for the June contest that the club puts on. That shameless plug, if you're in the San Diego area or think you can get down to the San Diego area, on June 1st, IPMS San Diego will be having their annual contest at the San Diego Air and Space Museum Gillespie Field Annex. Registration time begins at 9, ends at noon. It's typical $10 gets you 3 model entries, $1 for every model thereafter. Now, if you guys can be there, I highly recommend you do show up. Now that I got that shameless plug out of the way, we continue. As I believe I've said it before on these streams, but if you can get to any kind of model contest, do. It's an incredibly valuable thing to do. And you really get to see, how your skills measure up. And not only that, but just talking to other entrants lets you really begin to learn. Learn your skills and your techniques. Right? That's the thing with this hobby. You never really stop learning. There's always some new techniques, some new way of doing stuff that you can learn. And you know what? Some of them, they might work for you, some of them might not. But it doesn't necessarily hurt to have that in your quiver. Because you know what? There are some times where one technique might not work generally, but may work under certain circumstances. So it's always valuable to just keep learning, keep studying. Hell, YouTube has probably been one of the biggest things to come along to help with modelers in terms of just the absolute treasure trove, techniques, reference material, and what have you that offers. Okay, got that on. Now let's see. 35. Hang on. Okay. Okay, I see what I did. I missed a step. That's a weird way to organize it, but you would think you'd have the handle, since it is technically the start of a new subassembly, start on a fresh page, or do something to make it a little more obvious. Changing over. Definitely an odd choice of doing things. Okay, let's get 19 and 17. I will some way to do power stubs. Okay, let's see. Okay, got that off. So yeah, I still can't believe I missed doing this, but given how they set the instruction manual up on this guy, with weapons being completely out of sequence with the normal build setup, it's just odd. So I still also need to go back in and do final cleanup work on the rest of the parts. I just haven't done that. I figured, get everything nice and sort of set up first, then go from there. Okay, so goes in. That is odd way of doing. Okay, I'm just trying to draw the alignment on this thing. There we go. Okay, now I think I got it. Yeah, just how they did this part was odd. Okay, so now that that's on, 120. So this is still probably going to be a little on the shorter side of the stream, but we'll see. Okay, got that out. Probably next time I do get on, I have to remember the bring paint colors I plan to use on, just to, show for the sake of providing some information. Okay, so now this connects in here. Okay. So that on. Grab the body. So then this connects in here. So yeah, get the camera up. So that's how finished it should sort of look. So yeah, I don't have the hands in the best of positions. Oops, that popped off. Again, still need to fix the sword. I'm gonna stick this sort of in there. Not perfect, but enough to give us an idea how. And it fell off again. Damn it. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Alright. Take 3. Get this sort of on. There. So yeah, that's basically how we'll do the sort of the final positioning. Honestly, I still need to do the little cloak pieces, and the hand fell off again. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Sorry about this. Always. Part of model building. And now we're... Oh, there it is. Okay, so... Yeah, now we got that done. Work on fixing the sword. Now it's got to fit in here. I want a little bit. Alright, so... pencil. Hang on 1 second. I'll find my... There it is. Pencil sharpener. Okay. I just want to use the pencil to sort of mark approximately. Because the thing is, I'd like for it to... I thought about maybe just doing one side. However, the problem with that is it doesn't sell properly. I still have issues. Looks like position about here, so second mark this, so I know where the top is, where the bottom is. Just check that. Yeah. Okay, so I can see that. I think the best way to do this is just to... It's going to be a file. Where's my file set? Why is it ever you need something, never seem to find it? Or at least not find it easily. It's going to be the most pain to get into. Alright. I cannot find my file set. Son of a bitch. Okay, so obviously this is one of those things that I've got to get done right, as if I don't, it's going to look absolutely terrible. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to call it quits here. So what I'll do off camera is, once I find them, is file down both sides of this in between those marks. So then we'll have a nice clean fit with the hand. Just put the hand back together so I don't lose it. And then once that is done, I think it'll just be a matter of the base coating done. Now, as far as painting the sword, one thing I'll do is do a base coat in all-clad steel, and come back in and brush in some middle tones of using some Vallejo,
of one of the steel colors they have. Need to get that, and then go over all that with a thin coating of silver, Vallejo silver that's been thinned down. Just sort of lightly mist it over. And obviously then we'll do a clear coat so everything will stay nice and protected. And yeah. So unfortunately that's going to be it for this build stream. Probably get on late at night to do a game stream. But unfortunately for now, that's going to be it. Again, apologies for not getting on last night. New monitor, was getting stuff set up and playing with all that. So, until next time.